Hello and welcome to the recording for IS122 Week 2. The reading this week is in Farrell is Chapter 2 and in Smith is Chapter 2. The discussion: if you were asked to work side by side with another developer using the same computer terminal, would you accept? Why or why not? What are the advantages and disadvantages of this type of programming method? At least 100 words and at least one APA reference. The initial is due on Wednesday and 3 replies due by Sunday. And when I say one APA reference, I am including the in-text citation that goes within your post to tell me what information came from your reference. And if you have more than one reference, then you should have more than one in-text citation. Week 2, Assignment 1. You're to create a flowchart and pseudocode. So let's open Word. Now, before you begin, make a couple of paragraphs. If you turn on the paragraph marks, you can see them. And then on the last one, create a new page. And you can do that on the Insert menu, Page Break. Do that again. And on the second one, do a page break. That way you can paste your screenshots on different pages. Makes it easier. So you're going to start out with your pseudocode. Now on the last assignment, some people didn't separate the pseudocode and the flowchart. Now if you look at the example, it shows the example which is at the top of the assignment. Let's go to the assignment if I can get there without closing it. Here's the example of pseudocode, which would be nice if it had been on last week's. But it shows you that you have your pseudocode and then you have your flowchart. And of course the labels are going to match your pseudocode, but that's still not considered including your pseudocode. So make sure you do that this time. And then of course you would have the ability to do the flowchart just like we did last week. And then you can go to the next page and do your screenshots from the other two parts. So the flowchart is to represent a program which allows you to enter value for the width and length of the room in feet. Now, and then, of course, it outputs the area. So remember, the area is width times length. So that's what your program is going to do. And it'll, of course, be in square feet. So, okay, that's what I had this little picture here to show you that it's on the Insert tab, Page Break. Okay, part 2 is you're to open W2A1 in a text editor. Now I like Notepad++ because it gives you the numbers just like Broccoli. So you see that it has given you a program with the exact information that's in the assignment. So here is a picture, so you can't really copy and paste, but you can do it from Notepad. So if you open these files in Notepad++, and you can download those from this website. So you go to this website, don't download Notepad++, it's free. If you want to use Notepad, which you already have on a Windows machine, you can use that, or another text editor. So then you can copy the information. So you copy this part of it and paste it in our Broccoli. and then run it. Now you're going to be surprised by your output. And the problem is, if you look at week 2, it's supposed to say be saved as a file. And the problem is this statement here. You have it as a public class. So that means that the name of the file must be the same as the public class name. Unfortunately, I tried doing that in Broxy by saving. Even you have to log in and save it, but it still gives you the same error. I could, however, by downloading Java onto my computer, you have to download Java JDK and the JRE, and then in a command prompt you can run this program. But I don't want you to worry about that. I just want you to run it, take a screenshot, including the code and the output. So we're not going to worry about correcting that error right now. I just wanted you to know why we were getting an error and what the problem was. And it's the public class code that's the problem. So that's all you have to do for that part. Then in part 3, you have another exercise to copy. It's W3A2, and you're going to paste it in Broxy. So it's A2, and it looks like this. So and it says to save it as Student 1 Java, but we don't have a public class Student 1, so when we copy this, it's going to print, but we don't have anywhere that we're entering the ID or the name. So you're going to be surprised about the output for this program as well, but it's fine, because the problem is we don't have anywhere where we actually entered those values for S1 ID and S1 name. So just print out the code and the results, and that's going to be your second screenshot. Then post them in this same Word document that we created with your flowchart and pseudocode. And I don't think it gives you a name to save it under, but let's check. Oh yeah, week 2 your name. So save it week 2 your name and have all 3 parts in there, and you should be good to go. So when we're talking about a class, this is class A, but then we have also a public class. And this code here is the method for the public class. So just some things that you might have read about that I wanted you to be aware of. Now the quiz is due Sunday. You can only take it once. It covers chapters 1 and 2 from Farrell. Know the difference between system software and application software. That's on page 2. And it's only Farrell, from Farrell. There's none of the questions from Smith. Know the difference between a loop and an infinite loop, page 19. Know what type of value stops the execution of a program, page 22. Know what kind of error occurs when incorrect instructions are given, page 30. Know what a GUI is, page 30. Know the difference between binary and scripting and machine languages, page 30. Know what a variable is, page 30. Know what modules are and what terms are like modules, terms that people refer to as modules, page 78. Constants hold a single value for the duration of a program execution. A program is a set of instructions for a computer. Programming is the act of writing and developing programs. Know the parts of the software development lifecycle. That's not in your book, so you're going to have to look that up online. That's all I have for this week. If you have any questions, please let me know.